Hello and welcome to a special edition of a BADLego review. Today I'm going to do the whole series 11 minifigure review, but I'm also going to hopefully try and work out what sort of figures we might be seeing in series 12 or even series 13. So it's going to take a bit of detective work, but hopefully you'll stick with me. Now, I've already done a full review of all the series 11 minifigures in 3 parts, because there's quite a few of them, 16. So check those out if you want a bit more detail about the minifigures, but I'm going to give you a quick look at the figures and kind of compare to previous similar sort of themed figures to try and work out if there's a gap there, and maybe if we see something linked to it next year now. So first of all, we'll start off with the constable. So he's an English Bobby. Now for me, I think he kind of sits nicely with 2 other themes. We've seen a couple of police officers, I've only got one of them here. This is the Series 9 minifigure, the American cop. So obviously they go well together, they make sense. And we also had a police officer, I think in Series 1 maybe, or 2, I can't even remember. Series 2. So maybe we're not going to see any more police officers. He also goes nicely, I think, with the judge and the English businessman, or looks like a very traditional English businessman, someone you might see in Mary Poppins or something like that, and the very English stern-looking judge. So maybe he just falls within an English or British theme. Maybe we'll see some more go into that theme, but I think he's kind of a standalone figure, so we don't need to worry about him too much. Next on the line we have the old lady. Now we've seen, as I'm sure most of you know, a male counterpart, the granddad. Didn't have any pets like the old lady has. These two, sorry, aren't even in shot. These two go perfectly together, I think. If I can just not drop them. I'm just having an absolute nightmare. Excuse me, there we go. So these two go perfectly well together, and I don't think we're going to see any more, again, grandparents. We might see some grandchildren with toys, I don't know. Not very likely if you ask me. Now, next one, this is an interesting one. One of my favourites from Series 11 is the Scarecrow minifigure. Loads of great detail, using the new Lone Ranger hat, and you've got the rake there. Haven't seen a farmer yet. I wonder if maybe Series 12 or 13 we're going to get someone who's going to look after the Scarecrow. Maybe, and if Lego can be relied on, they might even do a female Scarecrow probably, but they might go a bit more out the box and do a farmer to go with this guy. I think that would be really good if they did that. Another figure who I can't really place with any others or pair up with any others is the mountain climber or explorer. Now for me, he kind of stands on his own. He looks like he's a mountain rescue guy as well as just a mountain climber, but not sure who else he can go with. Now we've seen the helmet before in the last series with this guy, the bungee jumper. Extreme sports, is that going to be the new trend we're going to see? I'm going to mention the roller derby girl that comes up later on. She's in the background there. She kind of goes with the extreme sports theme, so maybe these two can go together quite well, but I don't know, maybe we'll see something else that could go with the mountain climber. Let me know what you think that could be. Now, one of them, by a mile I think, favourites of Series 11 is the Yeti. Now, apart from the Wampa from the Star Wars sets, I don't think he really goes with anyone. However, if you look at some of the other monsters we've had from previous sets, we've had the Minotaur from Series 6 or 7, I think he came with. Maybe he goes with them. Tell me what you think, I don't know, I'm not sure I agree with that, but he kind of stands out. So we've got the Minotaur with the similar whole mould for the head, And we also have Cyclops from a couple of series ago, which was really popular as well. So maybe he fits with them. But maybe he fits with the mountain climber, I don't know. He lives in the mountains, maybe the mountain climber stumbles upon the Yeti. Maybe he's just another monster that goes with all the other monsters we've seen before. I'm not complaining, I like that, but I'm just trying to work out if the Yeti's going to get a friend in the future. Now we've got the lady robot. Again, not many people like this particular minifigure. Going all the way back to series 3 or 4. I'm trying to remember now, I don't have a very good memory for these sort of things. We did have the male robot. I think I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's series 6. Yeah. So these two go together really well. They're almost designed for each other, you'd say. So it's nice that there's a big gap between 6 and 11 that these two finally pair up. So I don't think we're going to see any more robots for a while. I hope not, at least. We're getting a bit bored of sort of the robot type figures. They can do better than that, but still good. Next up, the Welder. I'll just show you his face because I think that's worth a look. I have put this little spanner piece in his hand just because I had one lying around. I thought it made sense. Now I can't think really what goes exactly with the mechanic. However, if you look at the bike mechanic, and we've also got the car mechanic from a couple of series ago as well, they do go together pretty sensibly. So maybe the hands-on metal heads go well together. If you can think of any more metal heads that might come together, let me know. But he kind of sits on his own, I think. But you can just about pair him up with the bike mechanic and the car mechanic from before. So nothing outstanding there. However, again, another standout with the Yeti is the Gingerbread Man with his Dunk Me mug. A lot of people love this round head. I think that's really cool. Looks like a sandwich, chocolate sandwich biscuit. Loads of detail, really popular. But which, I mean, it doesn't have to pair up with anything, but does it go with anything else? It kind of stands out there on its own. You could argue, I guess, it goes with the maybe Christmas theme. People who have a sweet tooth at Christmas stuff themselves silly, but kind of stands out a bit. It's a bit on its own, so I'm not sure about that. Again, hopefully we won't just get a female, or gingerbread woman I should say. That'd be a bit lazy, but let me know what could go with that. I'm not sure. I can't think of anything in the moment, but maybe we'll see that in series 12 or 13. Right, back row, last date. The scientist, lady scientist. Again, I quite like this figure. Blue gloves for hands. The 2 chest tubes that we've seen in a few sets now. I think this could be squeezed in to this sort of horror theme of the crazy scientist who we saw in the Monster Fighters set, or later saw again in the Monster Fighters set, and Mr. Good and Evil, aka Jekyll and Hyde. Again, only because it's got the test tube science. It's a bit of a tenuous link, but let me know what you think. Maybe we'll see more scientists and academic professionals to go along with our hard-working metalheads. I don't know. Might be quite good, but these guys kind of sit together quite well, all with their potions and pots. So maybe we might see some more similar to the female scientist. Next, Tiki Warrior. Again, I really like this figure. I'm not going to take the mask off because it's actually a bit of a pain, especially when you throw it across the table. I think it's a great figure. The rubber mask, as I said in my other video, will help you find him. And the only one I can really think he goes with is the Conquistador, the Spanish explorer or warrior. These two go well together, but maybe there'll be some more warriors. a different type of warrior, different mask. That'd be quite good for me, but let me know what you think. Right, next is the Diner Waitress with her roller skates on. You can just see there. Double-sided face, which just about won this figure over for me. I like the grumpy face on the back. Otherwise this was going to be a little bit of a put it to the back of the pile collection. With her, I've kind of naturally placed the snooty waiter, both with a tray, both with a drink. That was it. I also mentioned the roller derby girl earlier. Again, this is literally just because they've both got roller skates. You can just see they sit on there. Maybe we'll see some more American or Americana type classic figures. Maybe some more characters from Greece. Maybe we'll see a T-Bird type person. John Travolta character from that film. Maybe we won't see anything, I don't know. Maybe it's on its own. Maybe it just goes with the waiter and nothing else. But again, let me know what you think. Okay, getting through them now. Musician. I've put in his hand a microphone because I'm going to get a second one of these. One singing, one playing the saxophone. To get a Blues Brothers tribute act going. Now he does sit on his own in terms of the style of music, but we have had, and this is the only one I had to hand, other musicians, DJs, we've had rock stars, punks. Maybe we're going to see some more different types of musicians. Maybe a Beethoven minifigure with a powder wig and, I don't know, some musical papers. I don't know. Maybe that could be something that we could see more of. There has been plenty of musicians, as I said, so there is plenty of scope. Different people play different instruments, so this is going to appeal to any saxophonist. They can use that element to create versions of themselves. We'll see. The elf has been quite popular in the series because, again, it's slightly unusual. It's got the shorter legs, the teddy bear element we saw, and it's also got almost the elf ears from the Lord of the Rings theme, and the present, of course, mustn't forget that. This guy, I think, clearly goes with Santa. Maybe I'd like to see a different coloured elf. Not like to, I think I will see another different coloured elf in series 12 or 13. Maybe probably 13 if it's leading up to next Christmas. Again, to go with the Santa, like we had the different coloured cheerleaders. Maybe we won't see a green elf, maybe it'll be a blue, purple. I don't know. Pure guesswork. I don't think I'd want to get one of those, but being a bit of a collector, I'd have to get it. Evil BattleMech, which was definitely a copy of the just normal BattleMech. I couldn't decide if this was supposed to be a goodie until we saw the Evil BattleMech that came out with Series 11. So these two obviously go together, and a bit of a tester, I think, for the Galaxy Quest theme that came out in 2013 this year. Not a big fan of those, and I don't think a lot of people love them. Some people rave about them, but I think for me it's just a bit, it's literally the same but different colours. It's same moulds, they've given it a gun. I don't know, doesn't excite me, that one. Okay, last two. Bavarian Girl. She's definitely made for Bavarian Man. It's a match made in heaven. Look how happy they are. Born to be together. And that Bavarian Man, I think, only came out in the last couple of series. I think he was series 9? Who knows? I can't remember. Sorry, series 8. So it has been a few series since we've seen. Been waiting for someone to go with him. Got her material apron on there. They do look happy together. I don't think we'll see any more Bavarians for a little while. And similarly, we've got the Warrior Man. I'll bring him up close. I actually quite like this figure. I like the facial expression, the detail on the body, the scars and stuff. I just like him because there's poser you can put him in. To be honest, he does go with the Warrior Woman. Another surly looking, angry looking minifigure. Again, single-sided face only, I just had to check. So they go well together, and to be honest, I think these go well with the Cyclops. Going to fight the evil monster there. But again, I don't think we'll see too many more generic warriors. We might see more specific themed ones in terms of historical warriors, so the Braveheart character or the Roman soldier, something like that. But I don't think we're going to see another generic warrior for a little while, because now the Warrior Woman has her fighting partner. So that's Series 11. As I said, I've given you a bit of an oversight of what I think or hope we might be seeing more of over the coming series. Maybe there's no clues at all. Maybe Series 12 will just be the, as rumoured on the internet, and I'll put a link to that discussion on the internet, made up of the Lego movie characters, which I think will be perfect, but it means Lego won't sell many of their sets if everyone's already got the minifigures. But again, comment, tell me what you think. I know it's a long video, but fast forward through if you don't like any bits. Tell me what should be better next time, and I'll have a look what you say. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.